interested in becoming a SERE Specialist? Perhaps you talked to a recruiter. Maybe you've been to the SERE website. Maybe you've seen the video.
This is my office right here, what you guys see in the background.
And maybe now you're asking yourself, what does it take to become a SERE Specialist? And do I have what it takes?
Carry on. SERE. My name is Staff Sergeant Michael Ramirez. I'm going to be the course chief for the next 2 weeks while you're down here.
This is the SERE Specialist orientation course. And what our job is to select and screen individuals to make sure they're physically and mentally capable of progressing on to Fairchild Air Force Base for SERE Specialist training.
Our entire function down here in DOC is to screen and select qualified individuals for technical training school. We are not here to train you, so to speak. We are here to introduce the rigors and stressors of tech school.
As a SERE Specialist, you lead folks, you lead people, you lead students.
Our function in life is to prepare those who are low risk of capture, high risk of capture, to return with honor in direct support of DoD and Air Force PR programs, personnel recovery.
Any student, any cross-trainee who wants to come and become a SERE Specialist has to come through this course first.
They need to be prepared to go through what's considered some of the most mentally strenuous training the military has to offer.
1, 2, 3, 0. 1, 2, 3, 0.
6 inches, you have not been recovered. Some of you have sworn today that this is all you want to do. Here's what I want to do, Sergeant. I want to become a SERE Specialist. Well, here's your opportunity.
It's rigorous, it's intense, it's tough.
What's wrong, Amy Regina? Are you tired? Are you thirsty?
It's all here. I mean, your muscles are always going to be tired and they're always going to be hurting, but it's all in your head.
SERE!
The first 5 days are all going to be on base. You're going to see these guys getting a lot of stuff thrown at them, physically and mentally. As far as physical goes, they're going to PT for a good 3 or 4 hours of every day.
1, 2, 3.
Get your back straight.
3, 2.
It's nothing like basic. Basic doesn't prepare you for any portion of this aside the discipline, which helps out when you're talking to the cadres and when you're working as a team. But the physical aspect just blows it out of the water.
Exercise, begin. 1, 2.
A lot of people that we came in with, they had no idea what they were getting into. They thought it was a big camping trip.
Is it like camping? Yeah, sure, if you consider sleeping in 8 feet of snow camping. Backpacking, camping, hiking, those are all excellent qualities. But you have to understand that we don't do this for recreation, we do this for a living. When you do it for a living, you apply yourself and you're willing to make a few sacrifices, like sleeping on a quarter piece of foam, like staying up until 2 o'clock in the morning, cutting down 8-inch lumber so you can have firewood for the next day. Yeah, it's camping, camping with one hell of a twist.
It's our first day PT test. We have to pass it. If we don't, either we're going to have to quit or we're going to get washed back to the next class. To get yourself physically and mentally prepared for this, you better be running, you better be doing push-ups, sit-ups every night, working out at the gym, do little things like that. I mean, if you don't, you're not going to pass this. Just say, hey, I'm not going to quit, I'm going to keep running. It's not that much farther. Just look over the horizon.
Hey, stand by. Carry on. SERE! Any questions on what's expected of you?
Prepare yourself physically and psychologically to do one of the toughest things that you've ever done in your life. Period. Plain and simple. The course is a pain in the butt. Tech school is tough. We have one of the highest attrition rates for a reason, because it's hard. It's not easy.
All the way up, baby.
When people come to this course with passing the minimum physical standards, they're not going to make it.
Do quality push-ups.
They're minimum, yes. You can start the course with those minimum standards. Sure. But you're not doing yourself justice. You have to physically and psychologically prepare yourself to push beyond your limits, because it's going to happen.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Recover.
Do some pull-ups, do some push-ups, do some sit-ups, swim in the pool, being able to run 3 to 5 miles at an 8-minute pace. If I gave you those 5 things right there to do, those would be the core of what you're going to be experiencing here.
849, 850. If you're coming to a job like this, I definitely recommend that you train extra hard during basic, because you'll get out of shape from basic for a job like this. Basic is nothing compared to this, basically. I got out of shape. My time's gone down, my numbers have gone down because of basic. So the biggest thing, if you're in basic and you're gonna do this job, do push-ups, sit-ups, do whatever you can at nighttime. Because what they give you in basic is not enough to cut for this job. It's not enough.
It's an extremely tough course, but once they get through the first couple months, they will understand the course and their bodies will adapt with all the new physical training they're going to have to go through, and also adapting to each one of the phases, and obviously adapting to the cadre to figure out and understand what the standards are. They have to meet standards. We're a military unit. They have things that they must do for 5.5 months as a student. And that's probably the biggest thing that people have to get over when they come to the course, is that they're a student. They are learning new tools, new techniques, tactics, procedures to be able to become a SERE Specialist in the United States Air Force.
Hang in there, Wise. Now stand up and reach with your left hand to that. Right up that green line. There you go, Wise. Get up there.
While they're in SST, they're going to be introduced to high-angle evacuation techniques, rock climbing, rappelling, and so what we try to do down here, since we feed the tech school, is provide them an introduction to what they're going to experience in tech school. And also, a lot of folks are scared of heights, so we need to test for that too. So we'll see how that goes.
All the way back, Bowder. All the way back. Look at the ground. Get your hand off the rope. You scared?
Yeah. Now, as you overcome fear and you get past certain things, that fear is never going to dissipate completely. You're still going to have some of that. You're going to be able to do it. You may not like it, but you will be able to perform that task.
Hang in there, Airman Bowder. Come on, hang in there. Stay strong, Airman Bowder. All right, same deal as last time. You have 60 minutes to complete 4 miles. You are not allowed to run or shuffle, no matter what you may have seen. Heel to toe, every step. This is a go, no-go evaluation. If you fail this, you're done. Time starts now.
What's in the pack?
65 pounds.
At least 65. It ranges from 65 to
American
75.
Love and Sand.
Your shoulders start to get tired while you're out there. I mean, you got that big rucksack on your back, so you start feeling it come down. I mean, it gets to points where you just don't feel anything. I don't know, you kind of just say, move my legs. That's all it is. It's all in your mind.
Yeah, block it out. Focus
Yeah.
time.
Yes.
Next step.
Move your legs, say no, next leg up, and just swing your legs is all it is. Walk there, same time, let's go. Line up, come on.
This is a first.
Yeah, keep walking the line though.
Come on. This is a first. 57:10.
20 seconds. He's close. Hold. You better pick it up. 10 seconds.
59, 54.
Go to the backstop and back. How do you go there? Support.
By being recovered senior.
No.
I made it by 6 seconds. Important part is I made it though. It was pretty hard. The third lap coming down, I was slow by 45 seconds. And I'm gonna make that time up. I'm gonna make this lap. And I did. I made it by 6 seconds. it's all about, I just kept thinking that I want to go home at Christmas and I want to be wearing that green beret. I want to make my family proud. This was going to be the hardest part for me, and I knew it was. I have short legs. I'm at a disadvantage, but I want it bad enough.
And you made it. You made it.
Didn't quit. Stood.
Out here, you're not going to be taught the whole SERE acronym. You've already been briefed that, I know. You're going to be taught basic survival. Our job is to see if you can be shown something and you can accomplish it.
You can see that their morale is going through the floor. It's dropping, and it's dropping quick, even after one day, not even one full day out in this environment quite yet. And you know why? They're not used to it. They're not used to being task saturated. They're not used to working this hard. They're not used to being limited to a couple hours of sleep, if they got any sleep last night at all.
In a survival situation, you have everything you have to do. You need to learn how to get all your stuff together fast. So I think that that's one of the reasons they load us with, a lot of work.
So their body's in shock and their mind's in shock. So both mentally and physically, it's a big shock factor for them out here.
There's always a little bit low points, but overall, all of us, at this point, the people that are left in training, we're all at a point where we can accomplish it. We realize the fact the stuff we're doing is not fun right now. It's like I'm whittling a spoon. It's one of those, all right, this is work we have to get done. We're gonna do the work, and I don't know, we just know the fact that, there's no point of moping over anything, so we sit there and try to joke around with each other, just try to stay happy as much as we can, because you work better that way.
Our goal is not to make them survival, evasion, resistance, and escape experts in 5 days. Our goal is to see if they're trainable. We'll do some basic survival skill sets with them. Can they build a little house to sleep in? Can they start a fire to keep themselves warm? Can they take care of themselves by themselves in a field environment? Because if they can't take care of themselves, we can't expect them to be able to take care of other people in a hostile environment. The way this process works, obviously, the first part is you have to kill the rabbit. Make sure you pay attention to the way that Sergeant Conant and myself kill the rabbits. But these are obviously not wild rabbits. If they really were,
if you get stuck in a situation, you've never skinned an animal before or ate an animal yourself, you'd have no idea what you were doing. When it comes down to it, you need to know the fact that you have to do what you have to do. You're going to have to eat whatever it is, and they want us to be prepared for that.
Absolutely. They need to know what they're getting into. The students need to know what they're getting into prior to coming out here. They have to know that they are going to be killing animals. They have to know that they are going to be preparing animals, because that ultimately is their food source. And in order to transfer that on to their potential students in the future, it's something that they're going to have to do to survive.
Where I want to hit him is right here, the base of the skull.
We've had students that'll look at it and realize that they can't go through with killing an animal, and at that point they'll make a decision not to continue in training because it's something they don't wish to do. We've also had students who watch it and turn white in the face and fall over onto the ground and pass out because it's something they've never done before.
All right, so you guys bring it around this side.
I think we're all pretty good with it. We knew the fact that the reason for it was a good reason. It wasn't just for the heck of it. We knew the fact that this is our lesson. We need to learn this. And you're not going to learn it on a dummy. You're going to learn it on something real. Use more than just books. They do hands-on stuff. That's what's great about this job. Everything is hands-on. It's not one of those sit in the classroom, look at the board. All right, this is how you do this. This is how you do that. Go do it. This is, all right, watch me. Now you do it. All right, good job.
they did is they put it up, hung it up, just started out by skinning the animal out.
How to kill them properly and humanely.
Getting the hide off of that animal. That hide is something that they could save. Out here, we don't have enough time to get it tanned and whatnot.
They tell us what you can eat, what you can't eat.
Take the internal organs out, and what they do is they break it down into meal-sized portions that they can then have for tonight and also tomorrow for a couple of meals.
So each of you is going to have your cook kit with some rabbit in it, and you're each going to have a bake. Everybody get it?
Yes, sir.
As much foil as you need.
Is everyone feeling pretty much even? I got legs here.
Looks like it. That's good enough.
We give them potatoes, carrots, and onions to go along with it, and they do enjoy it. They do eat it all. And if they don't want to eat it all, we make them eat it all, just because they need the nutrients in their body.
It's not bad. Should have kept that Tabasco sauce. Should have kept that Tabasco first, still.
It's like chicken. It does.
So can you eat a grasshopper?
Yes, you man.
Okay. Insect that has large rear legs like a grasshopper does, pull the legs off. You can still eat the legs, just pull them off. Why do you think you do that?
A choke.
Okay.
Cutting your throat, Senor.
Go ahead, eat them.
Legs too, Senor?
Everything. You can eat the legs here. No. If I said we're gonna have a meal of grasshoppers, how many would you eat? How many do you think you'd need?
A lot.
A lot, like a handful, right?
Yes, Senor.
Insects have pound for pound more protein than almost anything found on Earth. Go ahead and take all your gear, go up where Sardinas wants you. Hurry up, you're about to do that.
What we look for is for someone who has the potential to graduate SST. Do they have the skills or the potential to graduate? It's not necessarily I'm so concerned with an exact perfect firecraft or shelter or their performance out here being a 100% perfect. I'm concerned more with do they have the potential, do they have the heart, do they have the drive, do they have the determination to make it?
Well, you're the only one, obviously, who graduated.
Yes, sir. So, what you got to think about now is this is a 9 days ago we started with 14 students back on base. Of those 14, we only brought 5 individuals out to the field, 5 students out to the field. Of those 5 students that came to the field, only 1 of them ended up graduating. 4 of them through self-elimination, through disqualification, through medical, which are all things that happen out here in the woods. Were unable to complete the course, which left us with 1 student remaining. That 1 student remaining has to prepare himself this weekend to get ready to go. Tomorrow morning, he's going to be on a plane and he's going up to Fairchild Air Force Base.
Congratulations. Thank you, Sergeant.
You're listening to Magic 105.
Good morning, Spokane. It's another beautiful day out there in the great Northwest. The sun is shining and it's a cool 72 degrees. So get up, get out, and get some. Traffic is flowing nicely on the I-90.
You can be an outdoor enthusiast, you can be an indoor enthusiast, and Spokane is the place to be. Anywhere from horseback riding to skydiving, to outdoor shows, to parades, to fishing, hunting, boating. You name it, you've got it here. You've got 4 seasons, a true 4-season state.
When they leave Brownwood, the graduates will, basically they've earned their plane ticket to go up to Fairchild Air Force Base for SERE Specialist training. They're going to go through 2 courses, the Combat SERE course, which all aircrew and operators go through.
SV80 course is a prerequisite to starting SV81, which is SST course. SV80 runs them through a 17-day course where they learn and they identify with what exactly they're going to be doing once they complete SV81.
They're going to go through the water survival course up there at Fairchild. Those are 2 prerequisites.
That is their job. That is what they're going to be doing. They have to do it prior to starting SV81 for us to ensure that they know we're giving them everything we could possibly give them to know what they're getting themselves into.
Once they get those knocked out, they're going to enter into experiential training, which is basically keeping themselves in shape and working on some of their skill sets some more while they're waiting for the next class to start.
We got 0402. We are.
Hey, you are going out into the familiarization phase after you've had approximately 10 days on base. You're now going to the field for approximately 10 days. FAM, from day to day, is day in, day out. It's waking up, doing more hard work. Cutting shelter poles, cutting signal panels and so forth for the ground, cutting stakes for their shelters, setting up traps and snares, collecting water. This is the overarching phase for SV81. This is the building block of all the other phases. This is a test of improvising as well. It's a test of how you perform compared to your peers.
You didn't take sharpening stone to this, did you?
No, sir.
Didn't think so.
So when I start talking about other phases, FAM was the first one. It's familiarization. We're getting you familiar with living in the field, living in those field conditions, eating what the field has to offer you, and taking care of your basic needs based on what a survivor has to do to get himself recovered.
Down, shoots back up, almost creating a little saddle, right? See it over there? Okay, my biggest thing to you is you pretty much have the face wall in front of you, right? Sorry.
From FAM, we'll take them back from the field. They'll have a couple days off and they'll go on to mobile phase. Mobile phase is a 75 or 80-pound rucksack on your shoulders, walking up and down the Colville National Forest and up in the northern woods here in Washington. It'll vary between summer and winter phases. The summer phases, you'll walk further. In the winter, it won't be as far, but add snowshoes. You don't go as far, but it's more strenuous on your body. The big key factor that we learn in mobile is exactly that. We go mobile. We travel and we learn how to navigate. We'll hit different points and they'll come back and they'll still do those same things we talked about in the familiarization phase. They'll have the responsibility of building their own shelter, building a fire, putting up a signal, and taking care of those personal recovery needs. So mobile boils down to land navigation training with travel adapted.
You can help me hold your arm up here in a second. Try and wrap this up.
Following that, they'll get a course that's called Wilderness First Responder. It's an exceptional course. Over the period of 9 days, they'll learn anything from self-aid buddy care, CPR, full body assessment, how to treat bleeders, how to treat cuts, numbers of different things. They come out of there with extreme knowledge in the medical career field.
Okay. Take a look at yourself in the mirror and look for any shiny spots on you or anything that can give you away, anything that doesn't have texture.
Wilderness First Responder is then followed typically by evasion. Evasion phase is a very big apprehensive phase by the students as well. They look at it and they go, I'm going to be on my own, I'm going to be in 1- and 2-man travel teams, I'm going to have to take all this stuff I've learned so far and adapt that, and I'm also going to have to evade the enemy while I'm doing that.
Get across, roll away.
Rescue, I'll have you on your right door, 80 meters. 3, 2, 1, mark.
Lots of radios will be used. Radio communications will be adapted in this particular phase of training. But the big piece we're trying to get across here is they know how to evade in any climate.
Need to get in the water and get some air on that.
Following evasion will typically be the coastal and the rivers phase. The coastal phase takes place down in the coast of Oregon. It's open seas. Another way to say coastal is open seas environment. They're stuck in a 20-man raft for a period of approximately 24 hours. We use the United States Coast Guard to do hoist training. Once they come back, we also do a coastal phase where they're on the beach. They adapt items they need to survive to that phase. Straight from the coastal environment, we'll go into the rivers environment, which is in Forks, Washington, and they'll be traveling in 1-man rafts, and 7-man rafts down rivers, through Class 2 and Class 3 rapids, learning skills to be able to take themselves on river travel from one point to another. So they will know those pieces of equipment inside and out.
All fires will be made on the road.
It's definitely a tropical region. They have water vines, they have banana leaves, they have large ferns, they have lots and lots and lots of different items they can adapt to a tropical environment.
Here's dinner.
Get on them.
Just break the legs.
Heading off. Eat it. Good. You're right.
Pass it around.
Pass them around. Let's go.
Hey, just throw it down. Hit the legs off, throw it down. All right, stick your tongue out. Let me see. Yeah.
Tabasco sauce and smoke, huh? Yeah.
4 more minutes, gentlemen. Come on, let's get this stuff packed up.
The desert phase of training is only 4 days long. They'll travel in the desert. They'll build shelters, they'll build fires, they'll do their water procurement.
Okay. This stuff produced a lot of water, didn't it? Very green, very lush, lots of color. I mean, you guys you had no sun out today, hardly any, but you still got some water, didn't you? Imagine if it was baking out here.
And they'll adapt all those things to a hot environment.
Yummy.
Good stuff.
There you go. All right, gentlemen.
You might want to just do your thumb size first and then go back and do your pencil, because the smaller it is, the more moisture it's going to catch out here.
Following the desert phase of training, they'll go into their teaching techs phase. Teaching techs is also a critical phase, as we call it. It's approximately 3 weeks on base and a full week in the field. They will learn how to teach anything from a 20-minute lesson to a 40-minute lesson, demonstration performance lesson. They will have to teach their classmates.
And it's going to warm up your shelter really great at night, so that we can sleep a little more comfortably.
We look at anywhere from how they perform in front of their students, how do they perform by teaching those objectives. Do they complete all the objectives? That is the core of what they're going to be doing as a SERE specialist, is teaching tactics, techniques, and procedures for all these lessons we've mentioned before.
Brush your vegetation. Just chopping that down.
It makes you really consider life, doesn't it?
Oh yeah.
All right, we're gonna do this together. Don't look down.
Oh, it's too late.
Okay. This is what I need for you to do. I need you to let yourself go a little bit, and you're gonna look right between your heels, and there's a ledge right there.
Yeah.
Okay? Let yourself out.
Following that, they go into rough land evacuation phase. A lot of people like to call it rock climbing.
Doing good.
You're not as scared of heights, are you?
Negative.
Okay, go left, go left, go left.
They go up to Tum Tum, Washington. It's approximately 45 minutes away. And they climb on rocks. They do a high angle and a low angle litter evacuation to get, let's say, a injured person off the rocks and down into a safe area where the medics can get to them. That's a non-critical phase, but it's also a very good phase, but it teaches them very prominent skills for getting a person off the side of a mountain in a difficult spot.
I know you're doing a lot of work, but be careful.
The movement techniques for global conditions. Those pretty much, I showed you going up that one steep hill when we had all those logs and everything.
The final phase is called integrated.
Where you look at your training.
They organize a full day of training. They teach it. They teach all the lessons, and the cadre, my cadre, evaluate them in their performance and how they do with organizing a full day of instruction. Following that, they'll go into what we call the solo phase. They are by themselves for anywhere from 36 hours to 72 hours. And they will show us at the end of 5.5 months what they have learned. That is the last field trip they have to do. That's the last lesson they have to do, anything. The hard work is all paid off. He knows it's done now. He knows he's met the requirements for the course. They don't really realize it until they stand up and the command of put your beret on is given.
Dave, gone.
That is the time when you see the smiles on their faces and they just know that they completed one of the most difficult technical training schools the United States Air Force has to offer.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I present the newest members of the U.S. Air Force SERE Specialist career field.
All right!
Do you have what it takes? If you want it bad enough, the choice is yours.